Rent is an expenditure. Expenses will come under what? P&L. You know what is the adjustment for that? Any prepaid are paid in advance. What you should do? You have to minus. All indirect incomes comes under your profit and loss account credit side. So your debit item will go to asset and credit item will go to liability. Hello everyone, I am your Adarsh sir, lecturer in Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the session 5 of your topic called Financial Statement 2. So in Financial Statement 2, in the previous session, we discussed one question paper problem. In today's session, we will discuss one more question paper problem so that you will be familiar with the contents. From the following trial balance, prepare financial statement for the year ended 31st March 2017. They have given all the informations, your debit balance as well as credit balance. What is our first task? Yes, we have to mark which will come under what. Now, first we'll go with the debit side, later we'll go for credit side. Now, machinery will come where? Yes, machinery will come under balance sheet asset. Balance sheet asset. Cash at bank. Balance sheet asset. Similarly, cash in hand. Balance sheet asset. Wages. Wages is a direct expenses. Direct expenses means trading account, debit side. Purchases, similar, trading account, debit side. Stock on 1/4/2016. Whatever stock value given, there is an opening stock. Similar, trading account, debit side. Debtors. Debtors and creditors which are balance sheet items. Now, debtors, balance sheet asset. Bills receivable, balance sheet asset. So, almost we are doing 4th or 5th problem. You are familiar with what comes under what. Now, next, rent. Rent is an expenditure. Expenses will come under what? P&L. So, profit and loss account, debit side. Why it is debit side? Because the amount is in debit column. Next, legal expenses. Expenses comes where? Profit and loss account. Why it is in debit one? Why? Because the amount is in debit side. We should also write in P&L debit side only. Next, general expenses. General expenditure is an expenditure. So again, same procedure, profit and loss account, debit side. Why it is debit side? It is in debit column. Next, bad debts, similar, profit and loss account, debit side. Total, the total of everything. Hope you understood. What is the first thing? You have to classify which come under what. Next, we'll come to credit side. Credit side, only two things will come. Credit side items as well as liability item. Now, capital comes under balance sheet liability. Next, sales comes under trading account credit side. Creditors comes under balance sheet liability. Commission received. As I told you, all the indirect expenses comes under profit and loss account. All indirect incomes comes under your profit and loss account credit side. Why it is credit side? Why? Because the amount is in credit balance. We should write it under credit balance only. Now, commission received, profit and loss account, credit side. So these are the first step we have to do in final accounts. Once if it is done, we'll check adjustments. What are the adjustments we have? First adjustment is stock on 31st March 2017. Whatever stock value given, that we call it as what? Yes, that is closing stock. Closing stock means again two effects. As I told you, all the adjustments are double effect. First one is what? Closing stock. Now, one will be your trading account credit side. What is the one more effect? Balance sheet asset. Your balance sheet asset. So these are the two effects for closing stock. Now we'll come for this second one. Depreciate machinery. All the depreciation comes where? Profit and loss account. Now, profit and loss account, debit side. What is the one more effect? Depreciation on what? Machinery. You have to minus from machinery. Where machinery comes? Balance sheet. From balance sheet you have to minus. Now, one more effect. Balance sheet asset minus. Clear? These are the two effects you have to do. What is the next one? Rent prepaid. You know what is the adjustment for that? Any prepaid are paid in advance. What you should do? You have to minus. Now, from the rent, you have to minus. What is the one more effect? Yes, prepaid comes under balance sheet asset. Balance sheet asset. If it is prepaid, balance sheet asset. If it is outstanding, yes, it will come under liability. Now, provide RPBD at, what is a PBD? Provision for doubtful debts. PDD. Provision for doubtful debts. At 5% on sundry debtors. Now, simple. One is P&L debit side. One more is balance sheet asset minus. How do you treat your depreciation? Similarly, you have to show it as PDD in your P&L debit side as well as balance sheet asset minus. Next, commission received in advance. Simple. In advance means what? Minus. Clear? Yes. So these are the adjustments you have. You have expenditure as well as revenue. What is that particular and amount? Now, we'll go for the answer. Your solution. Trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2017. That is the first thing. Before you start your problem, you have to write heading. Now, once if it is done, all your debit side should start with 2. It should be 2. All your credit items will be buy. Now, so what are the trading items we mentioned in the question? I'll go back to your question. Now, is there any trading item? We'll check. Machinery? No. Cash at bank? No. Cash in hand? You have wages. Wages rupees 2000 trading item. First one. Purchases. See, trading. So we have wages, we have purchases. If these two are in debit side means in trading account also debit side. Now, stock, yeah, one more we have. We have wages, we have purchases, we have stock. These three are trading account debit side, trading debit side, trading debit side. Is there anything for trading? No. We have only 3 items. We'll come to credit. We have sales 32,000. So total we have 4 things. We'll write that. In your answer, opening stock, purchases, wages, all 3 are done. Now, we'll come to sales. This is 32,000. Any doubt in this? Just I went to that question. Just I copied and I pasted. As you know, these items related to trading account. So we have taken under. If it is in debit side, you write it in debit. If it is in credit side, you have to write it in credit side. Once if it is done, closing stock you never get from the statement. Closing stock always you will get from where? Yes, always you will get from your adjustment. Now, what is your closing stock? Yes, your closing stock is 16,000. You have taken your closing stock. Any doubt up to this? Hope no doubts. Now, you have to see which side is more. So this is done, and done. Your sales is over and closing stock is over. Now, just add 12 plus 16,000, 18,000. 18 plus 2,000, it is 20,000. Don't consider this 18. We don't have this 18,000. Now, 28 plus 2, it is 30,000. Now, come back to this one. Sales 32, closing stock 16. What is the total? 48. 48 is more or 30,000 is more. Which is higher value? Yes, 48,000 is higher price. Now, what you should do? Write down 48. Same amount this side also 48. From 48, you minus 30,000. Why it is 30? Total of these three we call it as 30,000. 48,000 minus 30,000, you will get 18,000. Clear? Very simple. Your sales value is more. Your purchase and expenses values are less. From your total sales, you minus your purchases, you will get your gross profit. Hope you understand. You understood. Now, very simple. As I told you, you can write expenses and revenue, or else you can go for particular amount, particular amount. That is also okay. Better go for particular amount and particular amount. So this is all about your trading account. Your trading account is over. We'll go for profit and loss account. Now, before you start your profit and loss account, what is your gross profit? 18,000. This 18,000 will come here. To gross profit carry down, it will be by gross profit brought down. We have to start your P&L like this. I'll go to your P&L. See, by gross profit brought down 18,000. If it is loss, it will come this side. If it is profit, it should come credit side. Clear? Yes. First you have to copy the gross profit. Then we'll go back to your question. Now, is there any P&L related items? We'll check. So we have rent. We have legal expenses. We have general expenses. We have bad debts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have total 4. If the amounts are in debit side, so we should take it in debit side only. Now, we have rent, legal expenses, general expenses, as well as bad debts. These are the 4 items. We'll come to credit side. Is there anything P&L related? We'll check. You have commission. So, commission is P&L related. I'll go back to your answer. Debit side, how many items you have? Rent, legal expenses, general expenses, bad debts. You have 4. Credit side, you have only commission received. Remember. Now, rent, legal expenses, general expenses, bad debts. Total 4 items. Credit side, you have commission received. Clear? Copy, paste. If there are any adjustment, we have to look that, then you have to write. First one is what? Rent. As per the question, how much you have? Rent amount is 900. Is there any adjustment for rent? We'll see. Rent prepaid 200. Prepaid 200. Prepaid means what? Minus. Outstanding means add. Now it is a prepaid. You should minus rent prepaid 200. So final answer is 700. Easy or very easy? Yes, very easy. Just copy paste. In the adjustment, if you find prepaid, minus. In the adjustment, if you find outstanding, add. Now, rent is over. Legal expenses. Legal expenses, no adjustments. Write directly. General expenses, no adjustment. Write directly. Bad debts, you have 1000. I'll go back to your question. Bad debts is 1000. Is there any adjustment for bad debts? Yes, we'll see. Provide PDD, provision for doubtful debts. 5% on debtors. What is the value of debtors? I'll go back. Your debtors value is 8,800. On this 5%, how much you will get? Around 440 you will get. We'll see that. Bad debts 1000. New PDD 8,800 into 5%, you got 440. What is the total? 1,440. Hope you understood. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 completed. As per this statement, we took 4 and we completed. Now come to credit side. We'll come back to this depreciation later. Now, commission received. How much is there in your table? Commission received, you have 600. Now, is there any adjustment for commission? We'll check. Now, commission received in advance, 400. As I told you, advance means what? Minus. Commission received in advance, 400. If you minus, you will get 200. Any doubt? Except depreciation, we have completed everything. Hope you are clear. Now, the last thing is depreciation. Depreciation is not in the table, but it is there in the adjustment. I'll go back to your adjustment. Depreciate machinery at 10%. What you should do? You have to go back to machinery. What is the value of machinery? The machinery value is 8,000. What is the depreciation percentage? We'll check. Depreciate machinery at 10%. On 8,000, 10%. Simple. Now, 8,000 into 10%, you will get 800. Hope you're clear. Now, everything is done. You have to see which side is more. 99% your credit side will be more. Now, 18,000 plus 200, you will get 18,200. Now, just check this one. 1,000, 1,002, hardly it is 4 to 5,000, means less than 18,200. Then what you should do? 18,200, 18,200. Higher value should be written both the sides. Now, once if it is done, from 18,200, you minus everything, you will get 13,160 profit. What do we call that? Yes, we call it as 2 net profit. Remember, for everything, you should use word 2. So this is compulsory. Intentionally, I am not adding in your slides. Why? Because while explaining, I should remind you that you should write 2 and you should write by. Now, commission received by. So, the main thing you have to write it as by. If it is a credit item. If it is a debit item, 2. Clear? Yes. What is your net profit? Your net profit is 13,160. Hope you understood. Now, what we will do with this net profit? Whatever capital you have in the balance sheet, we should add now. So this will be your balance sheet. See, your capital is 18,000, net profit 13,160. Your profit will be added to capital. So these two are done. I'll go back to your question. Is there any balance sheet items? We have to check. See, machinery, balance sheet asset. Cash at bank, balance sheet asset. Very simple. Go to your asset side, write machinery, write amount. If there is depreciation, minus and write. Cash at bank, go to balance sheet, asset side, write 2000. Cash in hand, go to balance sheet, asset side, write 1000. Just copy paste work we are doing. Now, cash total we have machinery, cash at bank, cash in hand, and sundry debtors, bills receivable. Total we have 5. Now, first machinery, cash at bank, cash in hand, sundry debtors, bills receivable. Total we have 5 items which will go to balance sheet asset side. Now, what will come under liability? We have only 2, capital and creditors. These 2 will go where? Balance sheet. Balance sheet, yes, it will go to liability. So your debit item will go to asset and credit item will go to liability. Hope you are getting this now. Yeah. In this, see, as we discussed, machinery, cash, cash in hand, debtors, bills receivable, closing stock. Closing stock, remember, you have to collect from adjustment. You will not get from the statement. You have to copy from adjustment. Now, if there is depreciation, minus. If it is PDD, minus. Simple. Other than that, same amount, copy paste. Now, liability side, you have capital, you have sundry creditors. As per the adjustment, commission received in advance we have, and here rent prepaid we have. Rent prepaid will come here. Commission received in advance, how much? We'll see in the adjustment. As per the adjustment, commission received in advance is how much? 400. Now, commission received in advance, it is 400. If you add everything, you will get 40,560 and 40,560. This is all about your balance sheet. Just what I did, copy paste work. Again, I'll come from the beginning. We'll revise once. Please take screenshot of one by one. First thing what you have to do, you have to check your statement. In this, you have to bifurcate which comes under what, whether it is asset or liability, P&L item or else trading item. If it is a P&L or trading item, simple. If it is a debit side, write in debit side only. If it is in credit side, write it in credit side. But in case of balance sheet, if it is debit, it will go to asset. It will, if it is in credit, it will go to liability. Clear? Yes. Please take screenshot of this. There is a second thing, your adjustment. Along with statement, you may get 3 to 4 adjustment. All the adjustments, remember, double effect. 2 times you should consider. But whatever is there in the statement, remember, once if you are taken means over. You will not consider again. So please take screenshot of this also. Now, the next thing is profit and loss account. As I told you, instead of this, you can write particular. And here also, particular. It is left to you. You can go for expense and revenue or else particular amount, particular amount. Remember, while writing items, you have to start with to. While writing item, you have to start with by. And one more thing is, in the beginning, please mention debtor and creditor. This is must, even for your P&L also, like debtor and creditor. So please take screenshot of your P&L account. And the last thing is your balance sheet. Remember, for balance sheet, it is a capital natured items. We will not mention debit or credit. We will not mention to or by. So it is a completely capital based. So these are your liabilities and these are your assets. Please take screenshot of this. So this is all about your today's session. We discussed one important problem which is from financial statement 2. So this is very important. Why? Because you get one question for 6 marks and one question for 12 marks. If you learn this, half of your passing mark. What is your passing mark? 35. Half is what? It is around 17.5. Means around 16 to 18 marks you will get only from one topic. Remember, I'll end this session with the saying that learn concept and earn marks. Thank you.